everyone. So, with 57 days to go, this is what I got up to today. Well, it's actually afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. With only, really messy here, with only 58 days to go, this is what I'm doing today. I've had this bracket here, and I made this bracket here or attachment, to 4 or 5 years ago, I suppose, maybe, and used that for. Hopefully this is going to work. Stay there. Yep, right. So I also do DLS stuff, DLSR camera stuff, mainly astrophotography, but on the trips and all the rest of it. I can just, if I pull up on the side of the road, I see something that I like while I'm travelling on the side of the road, I just pull up on the side of the road and I've got an instant tripod for the camera. So that just locks on to there. I can then do whatever I need. Right. Hello. Well, what turned into a half an hour job has probably turned into a 2-hour job, because this is now stuffed. This head is stuffed. That's on full lock. I can't lock it anymore, and yet it still moves, so it won't support any weight. But that's all right. I've had these things for years and years and years, and things wear out. So I've now, you can see them. I wanted to use this one because of the height, whereas this one's slightly longer, but that's okay. So I've put that on there. There's a bit of movement in there. That's why I wanted the shorter one again, because it was a bit more solid. About to take it for a test ride. I've decided just to put that strap on there just to wind. Yeah, so trials and tribulations. Hello. So what started off as a half an hour job turned into bigger than Ben-Hur, because things just weren't working the way that I hoped them to, but we got there in the end. So what is abandoning the one that had the longer selfie stick with the strap and all the rest of it. I was able to get this to tighten up, so it does not move now, so that's a good thing. These selfie sticks on the bottom, they are also, it just screws off, we'll get there in the end. So on the bottom of them, that's 1/4 inch bolt, so that is 1/4 inch. And then at the bottom of the cameras, whether it's DLSR or Insta360, that's also 1/4 inch. So it screws onto there, and it screws onto there. So that screws onto there, and everything is now really solid. I abandoned the GoPro clamp because it just, when I did a test, it all the wind, even with the straps, just made it fall over. Right, so that's why I went with this at bottom here. That's why I went with this little version here, because it's now all solid. It's not going anywhere. And then that's actually the bottom of the old metal attachment that I'd made. Right, so when I do go and do, if I do see something on the side of the road, I can still use the bike as the tripod, because what I'll just do is I will just clamp that one. I'll just clamp this one onto here, and then that can go onto there, and then that can go onto there. Right, and then the DLSR camera goes on top of that. Okay, and then I'll be able to do what I was doing. For the amount of times that I actually do stop on the road and take photos, that's going to be the easiest. It just makes everything look a bit neater, a bit more user friendly. I can then put clamps and all the rest of it somewhere else. They're not, and the other thing that I have discovered over time is these rubber, inside there's a rubber circle, so they deteriorate. I've actually lost the camera because that deteriorated, and the whole connector snapped, and I lost the camera and 1 terabyte SSD card, so that was about $1,000 that I ended up losing. So that's what I got up to today. We got it all sorted, and here's the results. The difference between where I had the Instacamera originally and with the new positioning and the new setup. The difference speaks for itself, really. When you're looking out the back of the bike, it's quite a big difference. So enjoy.